Paramashivoham, Paramashivananda, Nityananda, Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nitya, Om Nitya, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Shivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Ananda, Yananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Shivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Paramashivananda, Ananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Om Nityananda, Om Nitya, Om Nitya, Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivohananda, Yananda, Nityananda, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda, Paramashivoham.
Great to offer. Hindu god Paramashiva is good. We love him not just because he gives us what we want, but because he is good. Hindu God has life positive, social, political, and moral principles. Are guaranteed solutions for all the major problems of humanity: resettlement, violence and lawfare, impoverishment, inequality, environmental footprint, pandemic and biowar, disputes, feminist movement, women's rights, child rights, minority rights, linguistic rights, human rights. Standing tall since 1994 for the grand narrative of Hinduism is the good God's country. Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of KAILASA, the enlightened civilization, the greatest Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness was birthed by his predecessors of enlightened masters, great rishis, munis, siddhas, who predicted and recognized His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam from his first Chaturmasya at the age of 3 in the year 1980 until the age of 16 in the year 1994. The Supreme Pontiff was trained for the revival of KAILASA. He began reviving KAILASA from the age of 16 after the coronation on the 25th May 1994. KAILASA that we see today is 26 years of sincere hard work of the reviver and Hindu diaspora all over the world. KAILASA has a potential population of 2 billion Hindus worldwide with over 100 million applications. Hinduism has stood over 10,000 years as an enlightened civilization, has been a technology and culture.
He's wearing a grey jacket. His name is Boris.
The world's ancient civilization.
To experience life exists on the planet Earth for last complete extinction on the planet's organism is thrown out of planet Earth, preserved inside a volcano rock. After millions of years comes back to Earth due to gravity or whatever reason, gets into the ocean and starts the life again. Sanatana Hindu Dharma to your DNA through natural selection process and Sanatana. No, please understand, it is the real cognition. It is still alive, that science is available, time tested, foolproof. This science problems individual or society or modern day humanity is facing, then you will understand whether the terrorism or climate change, natural calamities, humanity revealed by Paramashiva from the Vedagamas in the modern day through this body. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution and setting model community. Understand? Kailasa is reviving. Paramashiva manifested this Kailasa Mandala, the enlightenment ecosystem and the lifestyle. I am Kailasa by creating. I will work sin, which is the core for enlightened super consciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva, and making all of us manifest Paramashiva.
Hatred and division. Kailasa stands as a bold vision of human potential, coexistence, organic living, and alignment with nature. Over the past 50 years, the world has seen the creation of dozens of new countries, and so if anything, it would be odd not to see a new country formed in the 21st century. Without the protection of political legitimacy, the aims of creating an enlightened civilization which spanned 56 states, 200 kingdoms, 1700 some states. The Hindu diaspora are highly successful around the world. They formed the dispossessed diaspora who has been driven to other countries because they are unable to practice their religion authentically in their own country. They have flourished in countries where they have been allowed to settle with religious freedom. For example, in the United States, Hindus are the most educated and highest earning community, with 77% of them. Although they are only 1% of the population, Hindus have launched 13.5% of the startups in the USA. They hold leadership, technical, and etc. This success has been repeated around the world, in the UK, Canada, Australia, etc. Indians are not just the most successful immigrant group in this country's recent history, but the most successful group of people, full stop.
केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षि. I welcome each and every one of you for today's Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. If you're prohibited, please be on mute and be on camera. And if you need to step out due to some unavoidable situation, please inform the digital security officer. A few important cautions. Trees, gurukuls, temples, ashrams, and Twitter and YouTube viewers, and all those who have blessed to have the Nayana, which is the two-way video conferencing, who are joining us for today's sacred spiritual program, the Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Let us now learn about Parashakti Mother, and she is the source Shakti, the source of the Big Bang and the black holes. Devi Parashakti, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, reveals the first and foremost relationship is Mother. Ability to learn, even the idea to relate, starts with Mother. Mother is an important way to connect with what it to the cosmos. It should inspire, it should awaken your higher consciousness. It should inspire your higher consciousness to express through you. Connecting with life as Mother is the most sweet. Hinduism is manifesting the past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. So what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan? The very word Samadhi comes from the Sanskrit root words Sama and Adi. Sama means oneness and Adi means source. So Samadhi means effect. What is Darshan? The saint or an enlightened being. Darshan is the powerful superconscious vibration that is present around an avatar at all times. He simply radiates Darshan just as the sun continuously radiates light. The auspicious hitting the reset button on your being. The science of enlightened time-space zone through temples and through the Bhava Samadhi, interesting Paramashiva, the supreme consciousness. Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari and manifests as the Nija avatar, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi. The Archa avatar, which is the deity not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences, to bridge the gap and create an experience of the superficial energy in every human being. Power and transform our lives. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the incarnation. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or the information of readings from the cosmic archives. They are not just some predictions. Beyond the time dimension, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the past, present, future. That is why whatever you call as happened, happening in days, bhava, samadhi, darshan. Stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle, decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Digest, clean up. Develop a asset for life. I am not giving you some life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now learn about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, KAILASA, which is a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilization and nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva. As per Hinduism, has made the science of timeline of the various coronations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Paramashiva were spiritual adepts and enlightened masters of Hinduism. In the year 1994, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the successor of Arunachala Sarvanyapeetham by the Guru Parampara on 24th of May. In the year 1999, he founded the mission Nithyananda Sangha to revive Kailasa internationally. And in the year 1999, he was coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarvanyapeetham. Here we're looking at the photographs that were taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the successor of Kashi Sarvanyapeetham and the Arunachala Sarvanyapeetham. We're also looking at the various gurus who happened in the lineage of this sampradaya, such as Yogi Yogananda Puri. And these are the photographs taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the mission Nithyananda Sangha at the age of 21 to revive Kailasa internationally. And here we're looking at the age of 21. And in the year 2004, he was also declared as the successor of Bhagyanagara, the Sripura Sarvanyapeetham. The same year, he was also declared as Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, founded the Adi KAILASA Sarvanyapeetham at the age of 24. Here, we're looking at the photographs that were taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as. What we're looking at here are the photographs of which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the incumbent emperor of the Adi Pallava Sarvanyapeetham. 7, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was declared as the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Madurai Shamalapita Sarvanyapeetham, which is the oldest Hindu papal state and the monastic kingdom. And what we're looking at here are the photographs taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the successor and as the Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the supreme spiritual head of the Mahanirvani Akhada, which is the largest apex monastic order. In the year 2013, he was also declared Nirvanandaji, the then incumbent spiritual head. Here are the photographs that were taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated as the youngest Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada at the age of 35. Adinam at the age of 36. In the year 2014, he was coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tiruvarur Adinam. There are various gurus that happen in the lineage of the Guru Tiruvarur Adinam. And these are the photographs of the gurus of the Vedaranyam Adinam. Coronated as the Guru Mahasannidhanam of the spiritual leaders in the same year. Here we're looking at the photographs that were taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was coronated. Sri Arge Tiruchittrambala Desigar, Srila Sri Vaidyalinga Desigar, Srila Sri Dandapani Desigar. These are the photographs that were taken when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was by a congregation of over 1,000 spiritual coronations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Next, we're going to be learning about the various global initiatives by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism after a short break. Please stay tuned.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence.
Nithyanam, everybody, welcome back. Let us now look at the global initiatives by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Over 26 years of relentless humanitarian services and initiatives, including over 20 million books into library, with over 1 million books in the digital world, read and watched by 1 billion plus followers in Hinduism. Over 10,000 hours of discourses and over 1 billion views on social media. He has been respected Jain Sutras, etc. Hindu leader. Magazine. Ora, working for global peace breakthrough to the humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established the world's largest Hindu university with satellite campuses in over 150 countries. He is also the establisher of 1,000 plus KAILASA Enlightenment ecosystems and the founder and the reviver of over 100 Sarvanya Peetams. Let us now move on to the next segment of today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, which is going to be the science of manifesting the extraordinary Shaktis. In this power manifestation, the Balasans, Nithyananda Yogis, and the initiated disciples of these power manifestations awaken, and all of us will be receiving the initiation into third eye, manifesting the powers of third eye, which is seen with the eyes blindfolded. The third eye is a cosmic browsing center that is located in between your eyebrows, which upon. So what are Shaktis? The Vedagam is hardwired to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis or the divine powers. Manifesting powers are described as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various cognition that you are a divine and that you need to manifest divine, not that you are a man and that you need to reach divine. Let us look at some of the differences between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment, the source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar, and Shaktis are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not, and Siddhis may divert you from enlightenment. The ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, as the fundamental base of Avyakta, which is the unmanifest, and the works of Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th living incarnation and the representative of Paramashiva. He is also the reviver of Kailasa, which is the ancient hill of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. It was where the science of enlightenment and powers was lived and taught as a lifestyle. For the very first time in the modern day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace never accomplished before. The knowledge and the science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next through the Diksha or the initiation by the enlightened gurus. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra. So how do we awaken these divine Shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, which is the Jnana, when it is mapped into our consciousness, which is the Prajna,
is the direct transfer of spiritual energy. The traditional
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda.
We saw a beautiful video on the science of initiation. Let us now look at how the science truths that are revealed in the source scriptures. The next is the Apta Pramana, experiences and the results of the great Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified. The next is the and scientific experimentation. The Vedagamas is a scriptures with applied technology. The applied science is expanded. Vedas and Agamas, together called as the Vedagamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva as a Shastra Pramana. So let us now get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of third eye. Can put a message on our social media platform. In this power of body scanning, one awakens the ability to scan illnesses, diseases, medically diagnosed issues, and provide solutions through the awakened third eye. The Shastra Pramana for this power manifestation is given in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra Sutra 54. Swadehe Jagavyajyate Para. All of the whole universe simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, which is Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts and the ultimate. Here we're looking at the Apta Pramana, the experiences and the results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested Agatya. One day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power of body scanning and reveals that there is a Therai surgery and to remove the frog. After the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, he gained the name Therayar. So here we're looking at the Atma Pramana, which is the personal experience of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. On 22nd of December 2000, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they had detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs due to the poisoning. Allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And the results of these manifestation, as stated earlier, we're going to be manifesting the power of body scanning. And today we're going to be manifesting this power of body scanning for Aditya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Swamiji showing me. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Swamiji revealed that this problem is actually using the spiritual solutions that you're going through so much of suffering and it is unnecessary, so that you can manifest. This is what Swamiji revealed. If you follow normal, so this is what was revealed. You can share with all of us how you are able to relate with what was revealed. So with that, we are coming towards the conclusion of this particular segment of the power manifestation.
Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand, be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Yes, I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to you. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel Talini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower the suicidal patterns or life negativity. Don't keep greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Great, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with 25 years and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Most beautiful, most juiciest. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. Dalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am triggering your consciousness.
Yes, Nithyanandam, welcome back to the Parashakti Akashik reading. So in the earlier segment, we have seen the introduction about the Devi Parashakti and the uniting nations for the global peace. Now, in this segment, we're going to see the very manifestation of Devi Parashakti as a Nijavatar. And we're going to have the wonderful revelation by the Devi Parashakti and the solutions given by the Devi Parashakti for this COVID world. So let us enter into the segment now. Hinduism said the unique contribution to the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition is sacred feminine worship. Because even if everything from what Vedic tradition gave is lost, then just if this one tradition, the sacred feminine tradition is there, then the whole thing can be revived. Because if you keep this one sampradaya, the Devi worship remains, the whole thing can be brought back because the whole thing is centered on this one, the mother worship. Mother worship carries the blueprint, the hologram on the planet Earth without worshipping the sacred feminine. From the beginning, if you look at the autobiography of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the darshan he had, the yantra he have carved, the deities he have carved, all are mother-based. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained why Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the
Hinduism is the most feministic religion, I tell you. In Hinduism, not just religion, the women-centered, everything is feminist. When time comes, I'll try to reveal more details about it. It's the foundation, the basis of Hindu civilization. Someone asked Ramakrishna, when he was in deathbed, literally everyone knows that he is going to leave the body soon. I should not use the word deathbed for the great incarnations like him. They never die, but the time to leave their body. Everyone knows that he is going to leave the body. Close, sincere devotees of him trained enough people to continue your mission. Only few boys are trained is enough to carry my mission. She is already trained, Sharada Devi. She will be the foundation from which this Ramakrishna Sampradaya, this whole civilization, revival will start. And that's Sharada Devi. to flower. I tell you, in Hindu civilization, spirituality, religion, and women.
Let us see what Ramakrishna Paramahansa here also said. Shiva is a Brahman, but Devi has a key to reach the Brahman. Unless she opens, nobody can reach. He added the beautiful description of the house scene, saying, even the feet of the mother or the small sons of the mother, only they can touch the place, the hip of the mother, and remove the key. Nobody else can touch Parashakti, from what the Shastra have given the reference. This is from Dhyana Sloka from the Lalita Sahasranamam, which glorified the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as a shining in a vermilion red body, with a triple eye sporting a crown of rubies, studded with a crescent moon, a face all. I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color, and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the nose, the glove, the bow, and the flowery arrows in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is self within me. Now let us understand Devi Parashakti in the cosmic language. Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. She is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universe comes out and goes in. She is the source where the Big Bang and the black hole goes on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, source power from which all of us are came, in which all of us are even now, in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And she is gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to each one of our prayers, giving blessings, boonding us the experience of Paramashivoham itself, through the embodied form as an Nijavatar of Supreme Panth of Hinduism. And in her very own words, she gave the beautiful introduction about herself and the
Om, Om, Om. உயிர்த்தெழுந்து இறையனார் இடப்பாகத்திருந்து இங்கு ஆனந்தம் ஞானத்தொடு பூரண அன்பு தரவந்தேன் பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி அருளாட்சி அரசாட்சி மீனாட்சி நான் கருணையே வடிவாய் கண்மலர்ந்த நன்மை கேளுங்கள் இந்த பெருநன்மை சத்தியத்தை கேட்டு நீங்கள் வாழ்ந்திட நாடி என்னை கண்டு கொண்டும் கேட்டுக்கொண்டும் இருக்கும் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நான் அளிக்கும் தீட்சாய் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்குள்ளும் இருக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவோகம் 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 இதை தீட்சையாய் ஏற்றி எல்லா நன்மையும் வரமும் ஞானமும் அருளும் அளிக்கின்றேன். ஓங்காரத்தியாய் வெளிப்பட்டு உபவேதங்கள் உபாகமங்கள் அனைத்துமாய் செப்பி ஜகம் முழுவதும் ஞானம் அளிக்கும் பாரதி பராசக்தி மீனாட்சினா ஆய கலைகள் 60 பரமசிவ சக்திகளை உங்களுக்குள் மலர்த்தவே வந்திருக்கின்றேன். அஷ்டசாய் மலர்ந்து உங்கள் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் ஆனந்தம் அளிக்கின்றேன். அஞ்சாதி
Paramashivoham.
Supreme Pandu of Hinduism said, literally you are seeing Paramashiva. Keep two betel leaf, one banana. In the Hindu tradition, it can be any value. In India, it can be even 1 paise. In US, it can be even 1 cent also. So offer everything to Devi Parashakti. When the darshan is over, do the namaskar and take this betel leaf, betel nut immediately as a prasadam. You literally start feeling she is there, so you won't take Bhava Samadhi darshan for granted. All these rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality, give a wonderful process as Maha Panchabhuta Yoga to prepare our body to receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti. Let us hear it from the Supreme Pandu.
I wanted to give you one
Nithyananda
sacred secret to all of you. Do this Panchabhuta Yoga, see, and receive the answer. On the day, do this Panchabhuta Yoga means
Paramashivoham.
apply only mud on the body and take bath. Don't apply any chemical on the body, take bath. Just that human means that don't apply anything else. That is mud, earth part, earth component. Second, water. Drink only water that day. Don't eat, drink, don't Parashakti, Akashik reading. At least for a few hours, prepare yourself. Maybe 10 hours ahead. Just drink in your stomach. Should be allowed to burn without any food dumped on it. Just the pure fire. Our Mahavagya, fire should be encouraged. And just be in the free air, open space for, and intensely unclutch to get the power of the space. Just like the other bhutas, like earth, water, fire, air, living energy. Once you start unclutching, you manifest Akasha's energy in you. If you just do this Panchabhuta Yoga and come for the Devi Akashik reading,
Given by the Supreme Pandu of Hinduism to prepare our body to receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti. So with that, we're moving on to the next segment. We're going to see the revelations given by the Devi Parashakti for the questions of devotees related to the COVID world. And we're going to discuss about how it got manifested in the current world and how the states across the globe is facing this pralaya now. And we're going to listen and we're going to look at what is Devi's revelation as a solution for this pandemic. So first, let us listen to Devi's revelation, and then we're going to discuss about how it got manifested in the current world.
Om 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 Omgaratuyarnd Vangai Vedamodu Agamamai Velipattu Rinkaramai Malarnd Parashodasiyai Niraind நாற்பத்து முக்கோணம் வாழும் கையிலை ஸ்ரீபுரச் சிந்தாமணி கிருகத்தில் இருக்கும் கைலாசந்து பாராளும் பரமேஸ்வரி பரமசக்தி மனோன்மணி நிஜாவதாரம் கொண்டேன் இங்கு எல்லோர்க்கும் நல்வரம் தந்திட எல்லா நன்மையும் அருளிட இரண்ய கர்ப்பஸ்வரூபிணி ரபலா அபர்ணா உமா பார்வதி சாவித்ரி நவயவ பரமேஸ்வரி பரஷோடசி மீனாட்சி நித்யானந்தனாய் உரு அருட்பெருங்கருணையினால் அருளுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். மக்களே, உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நன்மை செய்யவே நாம் இங்கு நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு கொண்டு நிஜாவதாரமாய் இறங்கி வந்தோம். கேளுங்கள், காலம் காலமாய் அவதார புருஷர்கள் வந்து மலர்ந்து உலகிற்கு நன்மை செய்யும் ஒரு பாரதத்தை இழக்க இயலாது மக்களே. ஞான கர்ப்பத்தை மலடாக்க இயலாது. வாழையடி வாழையென ஞானிகளும் அவதார புருஷர்களும் வந்தே தீர வேண்டும். உண்மை. ஒரு சில கயவர்கள் மாயையில் சிக்கி செய்திட்ட சதிகளால் உலகை பலி கொடுக்க ஆகாது. சிருஷ்டி நஷ்டமடைய கூடாது. பிரபப்பல் நான் ஒன்று செய்தேன், அதன் பெயரே ஆதி கைலாசம். ஆதி கைலாசத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே நாம் செய்த கப்பல். துரோகிகள் சூழ்ச்சியாலும் விரோதிகள் ஆட்சியாலும் வழியின்றி ககனம் கொந்தளித்து பேரழிவை நோக்கி சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. மக்களே, அறியாத தனத்தினால் மாயை பரமசக்தி பரஷோடசி மனோன்மணியன் பொறுப்பென்பதால் சத்தியங்கள் சிலவற்றை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். அடுத்த சில மாதங்களில் 1000 அல்ல, இந்திய நாட்டினில் கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். உண்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன், தேடிக்கொள்ளுங்கள் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கைக்கு பாதுகாப்பை. ஆதி கைலாசத்தை நிர்வகிக்கும் அன்பர்களே, நன்றாந்து கொண்டு உலகில் இருக்கும் எல்லா ஔஷத சக்திகளையும் ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி நவபாஷாணத்து நிறுத்தி வருகின்ற குரு பூர்ணிமையோடு 12 ஆண்டுகள் அந்த ஞான ரசவாதம் பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து முழுமையானது. வருகின்ற நவபாஷாண தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடி செல்ல அனுமதியுங்கள். அதற்கு வகை செய்யும் விதத்திலே நல்ல முறையிலே எல்லா நன்மையும் செய்து வையுங்கள். இந்த தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடியோர்க்கும் அந்த தீர்த்தத்தை அருந்தியோர்க்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று வராது, மரணம் இல்லை, துக்கம் இல்லை. இது அதனால் நவபாஷாணத்தாலான ஆனந்த லிங்கத்தில் நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தில் நீராடி வணங்கி நன்மை பெற்று செல்வார்கள். நன்றாய் நிர்வாகிகளே, இந்த ஒரு சேவையை உலகத்திற்கு செய்யுங்கள். நீங்கள் செய்த எல்லா கர்மங்களுக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தமாகும். நல் அமைதியும் ஞானமும் யோகமும் உங்களுக்கும் கிட்டும், உலகத்திற்கும் கிட்டும். 12 தித்து புளித்து பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து ரசவாத யோகத்தில் சித்தியாகி இன்று நிறைந்த நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் மலர்ந்திருக்கின்றது. இதைத்திருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நேரடியாய் மறைமுகமாய் உதவி செய்து உடன் இருந்த எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் நம்பியே இந்த படகை நாம் உருவாக்கினோம். இந்த பெரும் சேவையில் எல்லோரும் வந்து பாகமாயிருந்து கொரோனா வராதவர் வந்தவர் மாபெரும் மருந்து நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்து நீராடி தற்காப்பும் பெற்று நோய் கண்டவர் நோயும் தீர்ந்து நன்மையெல்லாம் அடைந்திட இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, உங்களால் இயன்றதை செய்திடுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நல் பாதுகாப்பும் உண்டு, நல்லதும் உண்டு. என இழந்த உங்களை நான் காப்பேன், அஞ்சாதீர்கள். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் நான் செய்து வைத்த கப்பலை உபயோகித்து இந்த ஆழிப் பிரளயத்தின் பெருங்கூத்துள்ளுங்கள். உண்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டுமென்றும் காப்பாற்ற வேண்டுமென்றும் கதறிய பக்தர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பெருங்கருணையினால் தீர்வை தந்து விட்டேன். நேர்மையானதுக்கு தேவையானதெல்லாம் உடனடியானம் செய்து அவர்கள் நல்லபடி வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடி நவபாஷாண மருந்தையே விருந்தாய்க் கொண்டு நோயிலிருந்து தற்காப்பும் பெற்று உயிர்காப்பும் பெற்று, இதுதான் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தம். நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் நான் இந்திய நாட்டில் வந்தபொழுது என்னை வைத்து வாழாத பெருங்குற்றத்திற்கு பிராயஷ்சித்தம் இதுவே உங்களுக்கு. இதை யாவது செய்து கோடிகளில் உயிர்கள் போகப் போகின்றது என்பதை நேரில் காண்பீர்கள். கண்ட பிறகுதான் நான் சொல்லும் வார்த்தையின் சத்தியமும் உண்மையும் உங்களுக்கு புரியப் போகின்றது. அழிவதற்கிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள் மக்களே. இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். பெருங்கருணையாய் புரிந்து கொண்டு உங்களுக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் நன்மை செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். தீண்டாது இந்த சத்தியத்தை அனுபவபூர்வமாகவும் அறிவியற்பூர்வமாகவும் முழுமையாக அன்னை பராசக்தி 12 ஆண்டு ஞான ஔஷத சக்திகள் அனைத்தையும் பிரம்மாண்ட யோனி ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பத்திலிருந்து கொண்டு வந்து பயத்திலிருந்து காக்கும் பெரும் கப்பலாய் உங்களுக்கு ஊதாவும். என இழத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். இது ஒன்றே வழி மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Let us see the English translation of what Devi has revealed. Devi has said, world cannot be sacrificed for the sake of conspiracies done by some ignorant thief who got stuck in Maya. Srishti should not have loss, cosmos should not have destruction. To save the cosmos from the Pralaya, I made a huge ship. Its name is Adi KAILASA. Adi KAILASA is the ship that will gather all the united powers of this cosmos and save the people from the Pralaya. Through the tricks of the trailers, rules of the enemies, without any other way of destruction. People, even if the children do mistaken ignorance by getting stuck in Maya, as it Parashakti, Paramashakti, Parashodasi, Manonmani, it's my responsibility to listen properly within next few for the protection for your life. Here Devi has mentioned about 3 aspects, the reason of this pandemic and why, even though there are so much of conspiracies done against the Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Pandu of Hinduism, out of her extreme love and compassion, it is again the whole pandemic situation, what Devi has revealed is manifesting in the current world as revealed by Devi Parashakti, as in line to Devi's revelations. So talking in the number of cases have been registered since the start of the pandemic on December 2019. Is that the actual numbers? Here, the report from the US Washington University Research Database and the European Statistical Office. From that, they have found out that COVID death probably 3 times higher than the record says. countries and region, but the overall global rate calculated in the study is 120 deaths per 100,000 people. That would mean about 18.2 million, as many as the official 5.9 being a double-sided coin, where one side the report numbers are different, but on the other side actual numbers all seems to be completely higher than the actual numbers. Is that the end game of pandemic because the global community is facing the sudden gradual decrease in the number of cases across the globe, and many across the world felt there is an end game of pandemic. The conditions are seen to be more and more variants going to emerge. Here you can see the reports from the UK and the Scotland where number of cases have been rise. So there are multiple sectors have been affected because of this COVID. Starting from the health, it is not just is creating the death, it is creating the huge mental health disorders are 2% of the actual size of the brain. Even the people who went through the mild symptoms of the COVID-19. And it is especially in the area which is related to the smell and memory. It is also proved that the people who recently recovered from the COVID find it a better hard to perform the mental tasks. Is that the vaccines going to be the helpful or solely a double-sided coin from the vaccines? Because one side it is supporting, it is helping some people in the terms of being a lung disorders and kidney malfunctions. And also scientists have proved that there may be a possible that the virus, even though they don't sick themselves, the people who got vaccinated, they don't then sick themselves, they may able to transmit the virus for the others also. And on the other side, this BA2, this new Omicron variant, in the case of Omicron, role in this play. So on the other side, so one side this is creating a surge. On the other side, the very fear about the pandemic is creating the big surge because the many of the protocols become redundant. Now this pralaya, as Devi has blessed Nithyananda Linga in the Vaidya in the Adi KAILASA, it's going to be a one-stop cure solution for this pandemic. On the other side, Devi has given the 8 simple solutions out of this fear. So let us hear it from the Devi's words.
Parashodasi Meenakshi, Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட நன்மையை சொல்லிட தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம் 8 வழியின் மூலமாக 1 அடைதல் 2 எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாரி வடிவத்தில் நான் என வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது 5 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல் 6 நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து பத்திட்டு நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது 7 பூரணமாய் பரிபூரண உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது 8 எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாய் நீயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். எட்டில் ஒன்று செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது காப்பு.
Yes. Let us see the 8 solutions which is given by the Devi Parashakti as the immediate and be scared of this deadly infection, coronavirus. Through these 8 ways, even if you follow any one of these authentically, you will be saved from this pandemic. The first is praying and meditating on Devi Parashakti. Second is surrendering to Devi Parashakti through the social media and meditating on Devi Parashakti every day. Fifth, being in the untouched state, filling with eternal bliss. Sixth, doing ajapa ajapa of the cosmic sound, Shiva, Shiva, and Shiva. Seventh, the complete mind applying Bananam Chilaspurana that blossoms as Aham Aham in the state of Ananda Spurana. So these are the 8 conscious solutions given by the Devi Parashakti, where we have seen the revelations given by the, and what are the solutions given by the Devi Parashakti? As we see, Devi has blessed Nithyanandeshwara Linga in Nithyananda Peetam, Vidhi Bengaluru, is going to be the one-stop cure solution for the pandemic. And all across the globe, Sri KAILASA's, the initiative by the Supreme Pandu of Hinduism, the multi-layer quarantine, which is offered for all of us across the globe. And also, Devi has given the solutions to even Nithyanandam.
Struggle with the same rut. Decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. Dalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Mahakailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. I just clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am triggering your consciousness. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. When you understand the greater signs of life, more joy, more bliss. Yes, and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. You will not empower to suicidal patterns or life negativity. Can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. When you visualize Paramashiva with the pentacles and that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involved people are the most delicious, most sweet, most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Be conscious being. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense Kalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Asset for life. I am triggering your consciousness. I'm your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Greater signs of life can be realized with a greater ability to visualize. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. Yes. And that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. Struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas.
So let's learn a few ways in which we can enrich and contribute to the society. You go over the page KAILASA HDH Nithyananda, and in the below the live video, there will be a membership option to ask any questions you would like to ask Supreme Founder of Hinduism. The way is through Facebook. First, like and follow KAILASA's HDH Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page. And step 2 is ask a KAILASA Supreme Founder of Hinduism in Twitter. And once the live video starts, you can post. And step 2, ask your questions in comments. The last one is that you do it through the website. Step 1 is search kailasa.org and find the website. And step 2 is that you go there and ask your questions here in the WhatsApp chat in the side below. Below you'll have an option where you can chat on WhatsApp and that you can click enter into the offerings to the Parashakti. The verse from Bhagavad Purana goes, Dharma yashase thaya kamaya swadharma dana, etc. And second for yasha, public works which brings fame to oneself. And third should be reinvested to generate more wealth. And fourth for kama, enjoyment of material things. And fifth for one's family and friends. And 20% should be donated for dharma. Grihe dashakutahastram anantam sheva sannidhau. Dana given at home yields 10 times as much merit as when made elsewhere. 100 times when made in a Goshala open, 1,000 times when made in sacred places, the Tirthas, and an infinite number of times when made in the premises of Shivalinga, such as the Shiva temples. Tajjeshtam adhyamam tatra naisheyasam jeshtam kanishtam swata siddhaye karunya sarva bhuteshu. In order to achieve moksha, Nishreyas is considered the most valuable form, and dana given out of pity or kindness for others or for one's own kirtan is the least valued of all. Bhakti priya bhakti gamya bhakti vashya bhayapaha. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fears. If there is any fears in the minds of devotees, they will surely remove those fears. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here, it is meant that the autumn of our lives is when thoughts turn more and more inwards. When that happens, the role of the divine becomes known and understood clearly to us, and the need for the Devi worship becomes stronger. Shambhavi, consort of Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Sharada Radhya means worship by Shilaini, Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. You can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your Kanika and तयैतान्मोह्यते विश्वं सैव विश्वं प्रसूयते थाय चित्तच विज्ञानं तुष्टरुद्धिं प्रयश्चति. The goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess being prayed without interest in anything gives that knowledge that leads to conscious resolution, blesses the person, offering with all fruition of the desires and wishes he or she is yearning for. Let's now understand about the six Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold, rituals, feast, equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows and kingdoms, were built with huge jars of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses and cows were dressed in gold. Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. Indus River was called as Hirnamaya, the river of gold in Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyavardhani in Atharva Veda. And gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked in adornments. Next offering is the Sahasranama Swarnakas, which calls sand. It is the offering of 1,008 names of Devi Parashakti, and it's a very special and unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. Offer gold coin to Devi Parashakti to manifest any dimension or attribute of hers that you always wanted to imbibe within you. The next offering is the Muktangoti, a finger ring with a pearl, which costs 251, 501, 750 USD. मुक्ताहारलसत्किरीटरुचिरां पूर्णेन्दुवक्त्रप्रभां सिञ्जन्नो पुरकिङ्किणी मणिधरां पद्मप्रभाभासुरां सर्वाभीतफलप्रदं गिरिसुतं वाणीरमासेवितं मीनाक्षीं प्रणतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवारां निधिम्. I bowed to the clutches, studded with gemstones, and as small bells were shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes in the dawn of the mountain, whose worship offer fingering with the pearl to the cosmic mother, and experience blessings and healing with your mother. The next offering is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus, which costs 600 USD. सर्वे ससूत्रवस्त्राद्या हेमपङ्कजभूषिता सापिधानश्च कूर्सश्च पक्वभल्वफलप्रभा नपनाद्याय संसिद्धा प्रमाणेन स्वान्विताः. All the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and carved with scriptural references for using the lotus in the worship of the ultimate Parama. And almost everything in worship of the ultimate involves the lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, or the lotus petals. The or the mudras and asanas used during the worship in every dimension. The lotus is involved and offered the Shakti of Paramashivoham. It's also called as lotus. The base of the Paramashiva linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus about to bloom. So the next offering is the Swarnamethi, a gold touring, which costs 750 years. Nakadi iditi samchanna namajanata moguna padadvaya prabhajala parakruta saruruha. You feet, O powers, that of the lotus flower. The shloka number 83 of Saundara Lahari, it states, "The nails of the Parashakti have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before the Parashakti. Tamoguna is darkness, and in this stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees. And by constantly offer touring to the Parashakti, adorning a sacred feet to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects. Shuddha Sharavi Varshini. She makes nectar flow in all our nerves from Sastra. She gives a very pleasant, so offer the Mankita to Devi Parashakti and receive her blessings. Next, we are entering into the offerings to Guru. The verse 12 from the chapter 12 of Kularnava Tantra goes, Napaduka paro manyo nadeva shri guru paraha nahi shaktat paradiksha napunnet higher than the Kula version. Rikta hastascha no peyat rajanam devatam gurum palak punyam paradini yata shakya samarpayet evam yo nachare devi brahma rakshasatam vrajet. One should not approach royalty, the deity or the guru empty-handed. He should offer fruit, flower, cloth, and the like of kind, which cost 1,008 USD. Koti koti mantra japat, koti tithavaгаhanat, koti devachana devi parakshipaduka smriti. O Devi, remember this paduka, which is infinitely greater merit than billions and billions of mantra japa, billions and billions of pilgrimages, and billions of worship. The last seva is the Vasta seva, which costs 1,008 USD. So you can go and offer the Vasta seva to Guru. So with that, we come to the conclusion of the offerings to Devi Parashakti. So you can take a few moments to register for the sevas, whatever you would like to offer to Devi Parashakti. And in the registration form, there are two options: ready to offer today or intention to offer specific sevas. So submitting the details for puja, even their names would be chanted during the Sankalpa. Of the past. Before entering into that session, let's have a short break and continue.
Time itself is nothing but Your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to KAILASA. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. Paramashiva. I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower. Deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. Greater signs of life. Greater science is the equivalent word for Hinduism. When you understand the greater science of life, greater courage, more possibility, more fearlessness, more joy, more bliss. And that ability to visualize, you will get involved in everything deeply. Involve most beautiful, most juiciest beings of planet Earth. Time itself is nothing but your decision to Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Be conscious being. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's now enter into the next session, which is the glimpses of the course of the past on 30th March. On 30th March 2005, the Supreme Court and Cultural Center in Seattle. There he was received by the temple priest with all the traditional honors, especially the Purna Kumbha, the highest royal honorary offering given to a guest in Hindu tradition. Shiva Sutras is a set of techniques given by the discourse. Supreme Founder of Hinduism met with each and everyone who attended and gave blessings and healing too. Below are some of the pictures were taken during visiting different cities in the US. Spent some time in Dwarat Adina with all the devotees and disciples who had gathered to be at his feet. Furthermore, the Paramavatar of Parashakti, the Supreme Founder of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam presided over the Alankar for Lord Ananda Venkateshwara and Adina, and make sure that the Supreme Lord Ananda Venkateshwara would be in all his full grandeur, thus giving the devotees present a grateful. On 13th March 2011, the Supreme Founder was in the Yoga Sutras. Swamiji shared dedicates a unique samyama for spontaneously enlightenment based on mirroring of oneself. So let's now watch a few-minute video clip where he expands on the Patanjali Yoga Sutras.
आरम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमा अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love. Let me enter into the sutra. 140th Sutra of Patanjali Yoga Sutras, in the 3rd chapter, 34th verse. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as, by the power of Pradipa comes all knowledge. Swami Prabhavananda translates as, all these powers of knowledge may also come to one whose mind is spontaneously enlightened through purity. Life of purity, all the powers come by themselves. Bhagavan Osho translates as, through pratibha, intuition, knowledge of everything. In the sutra, the key word is pratibha. I think Patanjali is taking us to a peak. He is talking about, I don't want to sell you guys any more retail products. Here I am giving wholesale, take it. He is just giving the whole thing. He is and asking you to practice and achieve that power, telling you, all right, wear the Rudraksha on the forehead today and visualize the intense light beam. All right, wear one day in the hand and do this Kurmanadi meditation. Wear one day on the Swadhisthana and do the Chandra Samyama. He is tired now. He says, come on, it's time. I give you the whole. I think Patanjali was beautifully guiding the seekers, not just talking or teaching, taking. He was not just talking, he was taking. He has spoken about every energy center And finally he brought us to Sahasrara. Now he's opening the whole pot. He's saying, come on, take it. Adara, Chandra Samyama, Swadhisthana, and Nabhi Chakra, Manipuraga, then Anahata Chakra, friendliness, then Kurmanadi. He gave all different Samyamas. Then he taught about the Sahasrara Chakra Samyama to relate with all this knowledge and powers come to you. What is the exact meaning of the word Pratibha? If I literally translate, mirroring. Let me exactly explain what Patanjali means by the word mirroring. Understand, there is no you in you. Whatever you understand or feel or experience as you in you is just somebody is mirroring, reflecting in you. Somebody's reflection in you, if it stays there for a long time, your mother is reflecting on you for a long time. Your father is reflecting on you for a long time. And too many things from the society is reflecting. You also wanted to have something so that you can reflect on others' mirrors. So you look around and see, which one shall I? Because seeing your reflection on other mirrors is a power. Same as it is a power game, you wanted to mirror yourself in other mirrors. Then you look around and see how to mirror, how to project yourself in other mirrors. The long-term identities mirrored over you. Long-term pictures happened over your mirror. You see and collect all of them and create the identity. It is like a country where too much of metal was there. They made stone was there. They made all their deities, buildings, vessels, furnitures, everything in stone. There are stone furnitures. Understand? Countries where too much of wood is available, they make all their deities, gods, houses, furnitures, everything in wood. Anyhow, whatever you have more, you create your identity out of it. Too much of your mother and father is reflected in you when you are a child. Then naturally you pick up those things and create identity. Realize all the sticks out of which the broomstick called you is made. Please understand, I am making a clear statement. I am comparing your identity equivalent to broomstick floors. No. Broomstick, which is usually used by village women to beat their husbands, to wake them up early morning. Each stick in the broomstick is borrowed from somebody. If there are 10 are from your teachers, some 20 is from your friends, maybe some 10%, and tie it with a silk thread. The silk thread is your decision-making capacity. Why I call that silk thread as a decision-making capacity? Because you choose. Sometime you may decide to choose from your friend 20%. But finally, all the 100 sticks are from somebody else. Pradipa means realizing identities, reflected identities, collected and tied by your decision making power, identity. I can say imagined, imaginary image. Imagined, imaginary image. Pradipa means this. I am just cheating myself with identity. I have me. That is the original sin. Understand? That is the original sin. Yesterday I was talking to a devotee, I was explaining. The origin of our identity, the base, is a complete health and consciousness. But any identity we start adding on to it is original sin.
The Kalpada Convention in Chennai. The Supreme Power of Hinduism was received by the KAILASA Sangha in Chennai with all the traditional honors, especially the Purna Kumbha, the highest royal honorary offering given to a guest in Hindu tradition. And there thousands of people had gathered in order to receive darshan of Nijavatara of Paramashiva, Supreme Pandu of Hinduism, be blessed, requesting healing for themselves, and also carrying lists of their relatives' names that needed Supreme Pandu of Hinduism's healing, etc. Swamiji attended tirelessly to each and everyone, Kalpadar from the sacred Sanskrit language, with Kalpa meaning wishing and Taru meaning tree. People from all walks of life, locally and from abroad, attended the program. In Kalpa, there is one such convention where the qualification of the seeker is irrelevant. On 30th March 2013, the Supreme Court Righteous Living. This step is Sampurti, translated as integrity. Swami defined integrity as honoring our words. We have been trained since childhood to keep our promises to others, and very few of us understand that the promises we make to ourselves are equally important. Any passing thought is a word we give to ourselves, and we live our life under the wish-fulfilling tree, which can make reality from our impulses. Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam delivered the Nitya Yoga Convention at Haridwar. Swamiji began the NDY sessions by asking participants if is compiled of, and more specifically, of inner image, Mamakara, and outer image, Ahankara. Swamiji further guided the participants into the process of finding out when they started building the idea of I am the body, I am the mind, and when the patterns related to those two ideas began to take roots.
Any great truth only if it becomes your power while you are in the body, you will live based on them. See, ultimately, all spiritual when you leave the body, that's all. Why the spiritual truths, spiritual powers? When you leave the body, you should not be alone. You should not be in powerless space, powerless state. All the spiritual truths are for that only. Vedic tradition is nothing but a preparation to live. You achieve oneness with the cosmos.
On 30th March 2016, the Supreme Court of Hinduism conducted the Day 16 of the Enlightenment Convention, and as part of the Enlightenment Swamiji conducted of a person who is no more, so that the departed souls can rest in peace. The real peace that the soul can experience is the peace of enlightenment. That day, Swamiji conducted a darshan and gave
दिवाकरं शशिशेखरं परात्परं नित्यशुद्धनिरञ्जनं निराकारम्.
Upcoming programs: Inner Awakening.
In his own words, today I am opening up the same cosmic space of oneness in the door of Swami Onida. Experience to all my disciples and devotees and followers. Just do these 4 things. Watch the satsang Swami Onida again and again till Guru Purnima. And meditate on this happening. Keep this photo in your life as lifesaver, not just as screensaver everywhere. Chant the Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivam and enjoy the continuous miracles and unexpected helps and supports happening in your life from all corners of the world. Share your own Swami Onida experience with me as your status in the Facebook and through all social media platforms with every being, and make everyone enjoy the space of oneness and make enlightenment ecosystem all over the world. My Kama season till Guru Purnima through various programs and classes. On 30th March 2020, KAILASA Department of aimed at eradicating violences, promoting peace and Panva Hinduism. Supreme Panva Hinduism reveals that when we understand the reality of Paramashiva, we will know that he has given himself in all his glory in our consciousness, and we will simply celebrate. Swamiji explained that life is all about expansion of consciousness and resources. The resources of superconscious are a billion times more worthy than the worldly resources. And society gives importance to unearning conscious resources is too easy. Swamiji gazed all with a powerful initiation, infusing Lord Subramania's being into the delegates for manifesting his own courage, power, strength, power to destroy of the delegates by bestowing them with the Lord Muruga Darshan for the day. He elaborated on the concept of superdetermination. Swamiji explained that life is superdetermination, neither predetermined nor free will, the superdetermination. Empowering ourselves with the truth, reality that we are Paramashiva, the ultimate Paramatma, and from that truth, reality, making our perception about life with the strength of that subjective truth about ourselves and the world, impacting the world, reality is super choices. Freedom is manifesting the reality we want to manifest, and when we subjectively decide to cognize the truth, we are Paramashiva. We will see the superpower of coincidence place in our life, and we will be manifesting superdeterminism. So it's time that we get ready to receive the darshan of Supreme Panva of Hindus. I request everyone to sit in a meditative state and to receive the grace and blessings of Supreme Panva of Hinduism.
Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. Conscious mutation is process of putting the very core superconsciousness of Paramashiva into your consciousness and letting your consciousness mute, go through the whole mutation process. Don't understand the word mute into M-U-T-E. conscious mutation process. The mutation process and evolving you is in you manifesting the powers is the spiritual practice. Straight, you manifesting the powers is spiritual practice. Superconscious mutation is putting the very superconsciousness, the core of Paramashiva, into your consciousness and let your consciousness go through the process of mutation. Listen. Initiation itself, power manifestation itself is tapas. That is the spiritual practice for superconscious mutation. This whole process is founded on Tyaga. Listen, I said, being a good disciple, bad, I sacrifice all my expectations. I do Tyaga. You just do Tyaga of all your expectations with me. Life is the ground, foundation, base material for your consciousness to become super consciousness. Declare, I sacrifice, I renounce, I do Tyaga of all my expectations about all of you. You decide to do Tyaga of all your expectations from Jiva, yourself. See, when you have expectations about yourself from yourself, you go through so much of insecurity within you about you. You continue to cage, prison yourself inside yourself. When you decide to do Tyaga of all your expectations about you, just decide, now whatever I can do, I will do. I am not going to carry on, hold on to any expectation about me, within me. Do Tyaga of all your expectations about yourself from yourself. And do Tyaga of everything you expect from life. Do Tyaga from Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. From everything. From all the three, all expectations you have, renounce it. Sit now with this Tyaga. Hold the Atmalinga. Keep the hands like this. Atmalinga will start levitating, floating between both your hands. Listen. Ma Nitya Pushkalananda. You should know that I myself talk to you every day when you do puja. Ma Pushkalananda is putting the message. Swamiji, this is exactly what I received during puja today. Thank you so much for confirming and initiating. All of you should know. People who do Nitya Puja, every day during the Nitya Puja, you directly connect with me and the space I am in. If you are doing Nitya Puja, a satsang, Paramashiva's message, you will simply receive it. Because in Samadhi, what I receive from Paramashiva, you will directly receive through the puja. Now, keep the Atmalinga between both the hands. See how I am keeping the hand? Exactly like this. Keep the Atmalinga. Not only it will stand on itself. Understand? You should not try to levitating, floating between both your palms. It will first stand up and start floating between both your palms. Listen. In the known universe, from the known self, from the known Ishvara. Listen. What you know as yourself, what you know as the universe, what you know as God, Paramashiva, all are too small. When you decide to do Tyaga, I renounce all my expectations about you. Your expectations about life, me, Paramashiva, Guru, God, from yourself. Do renounce everything. What happens, happens. Now, you decide to renounce. This Tyaga will make you know the real self, real Ishvara, real cosmos. Keep the Atmalinga between both the palms. Listen, I will lift it full. With the grace of Paramashiva, I am starting this next level of initiation. I should say that Paramashiva himself is starting this auspicious occasion of his own coronation, Magutabhishekam. Time, with this auspicious Magutabhishekam, he is manifesting this initiation. The powerful cognition. Renounce all the expectations. Renounce all expectations you have about yourself from yourself. Just be udasi. What happens, happens. What can be done? Leave it. Universe. Renounce it. What happens, happens. What can be done? Renounce all your expectations you have about Ishvara, Paramashiva, God, Guru. Renounce it. What happens, happens. Leave it. With this Tyaga, sit with absolute Tyaga. Tyaga is power. It is actually the fire, pure fire, detoxifies your consciousness. When I renounce all my expectations about me, you manifest in oneness with me. Paramadvaita happens when you renounce all expectations. So I declare now, I renounce all my expectations about all of you. All of you decide to renounce all the expectations you have about everything, including the expectations you have about this initiation. Just sit with a pure Tyaga. Be Tyaga Raja. Be pure Tyagi. Tyaga is the royal way, connects you manifest Paramadvaita with Paramashiva. It's a immediate way of manifesting. People ask, oh, through initiation, just like that I can do what I want. You can. Just drop all the expectations you have about you, from you, by you, and all expectations you have with Paramashiva, with universe. Drop everything. And sit now with the Tyaga as a Tyagi. Keep the Atma Linga between both your palms. You will see now, not only Linga stands erect, it starts floating between your both palms in the space. It will be levitating now. Ananda Bharati is messaging exactly same verse I heard in the evening puja time, Swamiji. Listen. Whoever does Nitya Puja will receive exactly my next day satsang message on that day Nitya Puja. Next session, next satsang, what I receive from Paramashiva when I am in Samadhi, you receive it. Let's start. Om, 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 Om. Shiva, Shiva, Shiva.
பறவையாய் பாம்பாகி கல்லா மனிதரா எல்லா பிறப்பும் பிறந்திழைத்தேன் பெருமா.
ஓம் 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 சிவ சிவ சிவ.
சரிதத்தில் வாடில் முதல் போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு கொண்டவா தெளிவித்தவா வாழ்வுதனை பயமாக்கவா ஔஷதம் தந்தவா உடலிலை விடும் பொறுமை தந்தருளவா தெளிவித்தூனுயிர் குறைந்திடும் ஏறுயிருளவா நாளும் ஈசா அருள்புரிய திவ்ய சரிதத்தில் வாடில் முதல் போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு கொண்டவா. வையகத்தின் தேரே வந்தறிவாம் தேற்றனே தேற்றத் தெளிவே என் சிந்தனையுள் ஊற்றான உன்னாரமுதே உடையானே அழித்து முக்தி தந்திட மலையாகி நின்ற அருணாச்சலனே மானிட ரூபம் தரித்தவா படைத்து காத்து மறை கழித்து அருளிடவே பரம ஞானம் தன்னை இறை ரூபம் கொண்ட நித்யானந்தனை அருளிடவா மாவினை வேண்டும் என்று பார்க்கடல் கடைந்த போது அது வரும் நஞ்சை உண்டு பக்தரை காத்து நின்றார் சிவ 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 ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் ஹர ஹர என சிதம் படைக்கும் ஓம் சிவ சிவ கருப்புரிய நித்ய சரிதத்துவா மீண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு எம்மையாட் கொண்டவா காட்டில் ஆடிட கண்டு காலரை கால கடந்தாரை கண்டு புள்ளி முளைமானின் தோளாரை கண்டு புலியுரி ஆடை புனிதன் வெள்ளி பிறை சடையில் சூடிட கண்டு புள்ளி மலை மீது நின்றாரை கண்டு நந்தி பெருமானின் நாயகன் கண்டு நான் மறை வேதநாதன் கண்டு கண்டது கண்டவா சிவ சிவ ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் ஹர ஹர என அண்டம் படைக்கும் ஓம் சிவ சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் தகதிமியத தாளம் முழங்கும்
தக 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 நடராஜா தகதிமி தக ஜுனு நடராஜா தக 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 நடராஜா தகதிமி தக ஜுனு நடராஜா தலாங்கு தகதிமி நடராஜா நம சிவா takadimiba dom takadom takadimiba takadom takadom takadimidom takadimidom takadimidom
ஆடுகின்றான் அவன் கூத்தனாக திருப்பாதம் தூக்கி மறையோதுகின்றான் திருசூடி அந்தணரின் பாடலுக்கு என்று இயலிசை நாடகமாய் முத்தமிழ் இயற்றிய நாயகனே தகதிமி காலமோடு இல்லையில் ஆடிடும் தாண்டவனே வருகின்ற யமயாலும் நடராஜா பயமாகி மயமாகி வலியாகி ஒலியாகி சித்தத்துள் முக்தி தர நித்யனாய் வந்தவா நமச்சிவாய வாழ்க வாழ்க நாதன் தாழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் என் நெஞ்சில் இமை பொழுதும் என் நெஞ்சில் நீங்காதான் தாழ் வாழ்க அண்டாண்டம் பிண்டாண்டம் அதில் ஆடிய கூத்தணி நாடலை பார்த்திடவே ஆண்டாண்டு காலமோடு மானிட கூட்டமும் ஏங்கியதே ஆடுகின்றான் ஒரு பாதம் தூக்கி அவன் கூத்தனான் திரணனா திரணனா திரணா திரணா சரி 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 மபனி சனி பம மரி சனி சரி 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 மபனி சனி பம மரி சனி திரணா திரணா tajom takida takadimi tajom takida takadimi tajom takida takadimi tajom takida takadimi சிதம்பர திரு சபையில் நயமுடன் ஆடிடும் நர்த்தனனே உமையாம்பிகை நாயகனே உன்னை பாடிட வந்தேனே உடுக்கை ஒளிதனிலே இருமொழியை தந்திட்ட தாண்டவனே முதல் மொழி தமிழ் மொழியாய் மறுபுறம் வடமொழி உயிர் மொழியாய் மதி மாறாமல் மனம் போகாமல் விதி சேராமல் உன்னை பற்றிடுவேன் 64 கலை கட்டிடவே அருள் புரிந்திட எம்மம் வாழ்க வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் என் நெஞ்சில் நீங்காதான் தாழ் வாழ்க நம சிவாய வாழ்க வாழ்க நாதன் தாழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் என் நெஞ்சில் நீங்காதான் தாழ் வாழ்க ஆடுகின்றான் அவன் கூத்தனாக திருப்பாதம் தூக்கி மறையோதுகின்றான் பிறை சூடி அந்தணரின் பாடலுக்கு தினம் ஆடுகின்றான் ஒரு பாதம் தூக்கி அவன் கூத்தனாக மறையோ இயற்றிய நாயகனே தகதிமி தாளமோடு இல்லையில் ஆடிடும் தாண்டவனே வயமாகி மயமாகி வாழ்க நாதன் தாழ் வாழ்க வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் என் நெஞ்சில் நீங்காதான் தாழ் வாழ்க நம சிவாய வாழ்க வாழ்க நாதன் தாழ் வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் நம சிவாய இமை பொழுதும் வாழ்க வாழ்க இமை பொழுதும் என் நெஞ்சில் நீங்காதான் வாழ்க
பல கோடி இதழ் பூத்திடும் மலராய் ஒளிரும் நித்தியன் திருமுகம் கரம் தாங் மறு கையில் அபயம் திருக்காட்சி உதயம் நித்யானந்தன் தோன்றிடும் இது நித்யானந்தன் தோன்றிடும் இது ஸ்வர்ண சூரிய பிரபை வாகனம் பல கோடி இதழ் பூத்திடும் மலராய் ஒளிரும் நித்தியன் திருமுகம் கரம் தாங்கும் குணம் தாண்டி உருவம் அதும் தாண்டி குருவாய் நித்யன் தோன்றும் எழில் வாகனம் குணம் தாண்டி உருவம் அதும் தாண்டி குருவாய் நித்யன் தோன்றும் எழில் வாகனம் அருளாக அகவாழ்வின் இருள் நீக்கி சன்மார்க்க நெறி காட்ட அவர் காட்சி தரும் நெறி காட்ட அவர் காட்சி தரும் வாகனம் திருக்காட்சி கண்ட விழிகள் விரிந்திடும் வேண்டும் பரம் நித்யன் திருமுகம் கரம் தாங்கும் திருச்சூலமோ புவியில் பிடி நீங்க அருள் செய்திடும் அபயக்கரம் தாங்கி நித்யனும் அமர்ந்ததோ சூரிய பிரபை வாகனம் அபயக்கரம் தாங்கி நித்யனும் அமர்ந்ததோ சூரிய பிரபை வாகனம் கருணை கடல் குழந்தை முகம் கொண்டு எழிலாய் புன்னகையோடு புவிக்கே தரும் தரிசனம் கருணை கடல் குழந்தை முகம் கொண்டு எழிலாய் புன்னகையோடு புவிக்கே தரும் தரிசனம் கவி காண முறை தன்னை உயிர் தேடிடும் தேடியதை கூறினாலும் இதன் எழில் நீரிடும் பல கோடி இதழ் பூத்திடும் மலராய் ஒளிரும் நித்யன் திருமுகம் கரம் தாங்கும் திருக்காட்சி உதயம் நித்யானந்தன் தோன்றிடும் இது ஸ்வர்ண சூரிய பிரபை வாகனம்
கைலை இறையென உரைபவன் அருணையில் குருவென மலர்ந்தது புகழ் பாடி அருள் பெறவே திருப்பதம் தனில் அடியவர் சாத்தி மகிழ்வுறும் பாமாலை சத்குருவே நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே அகமே நிறைந்த எம் அண்ணாமலை வேந்தனே ஜெகம் போற்றும் எம் ஆனந்த நித்யனே சாற்றும் இப்பாமாலை ஏற்றமை காப்பாயே நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா குருவாய் மலர்ந்திங்கு உணர்வாய் கலந்தெமக்குயர்வாழ் வழித்திடும் நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா புவி மேல் பிறந்தது எதனால் என்பதும் அறியா பக்கணம் தனில் நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய
as a living manifestation, all of you into this manifestation of powers of superconscious mutation and the process of superconscious mutation from now. Listen carefully. Whole day try. Once the coconut stands, it is now energized with consciousness. Cook and eat. Process that coconut, make it like lemon. Keep the lemon in your palm and use the initiation to move the lemon. Once the lemon starts moving, it is energized with consciousness. You can make a juice and drink. Do this. It will detox your body and initiation. I'll continue 2 initiations, morning and evening now, as the Paramashivoham level 3 initiation series. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddha-Advaita Saivam Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and KAILASA of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Omni. Thank you. Be blissful.
Nithyanandam Jnanapatati Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. Let's go through the pramanas. Science of power manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, where the Agama stands as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, the authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with Apta Pramana, the Guru is able to experience and live the truth as stated by the Shastras. Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in the disciple of particular lineage is demonstrable to the world. And Pratyaksha Pramana, validating, having the truth validated by the scientific study. In Avatar Shastra, it's clearly documented how the Balasans and the devotees, disciple, and Bhagwan himself have manifested the powers of the superconscious mutation into the physical reality, how thoughtlessness is experienced, how higher frequency starts happening, and the brain coherence starts manifesting as the highest reality, and the more and more the scientific detail are revealed in Avatar Shastra and clearly documented all this greater science as the physical reality, how it is mapped. And that is the power manifestation, going beyond your mind, the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred, and experiencing the greater science into your physical reality and scientifically be verified and experience how that superconscious mutation can be mapped into your physical reality. Bhagwan Paramashiva has beautifully given the pramanas. Let's move to the Shastra Pramana for the power of will. The Shastra Pramana for the power of will is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.13. Bhagwan Paramashiva beautifully says, Icha Shakti Uma Kumari. Bhagwan Paramashiva says, his will is the energy of Shiva. It is called Uma, the independent power of Paramashiva, and it is called Kumari, the cosmic energy that plays. How Bhagwan said, when you do the puja, you are in such a deep oneness space. Whatever you are experiencing, literally Paramashiva manifest into you as physical reality. The voices that you hear, the experience that you go through is exactly how it is mapped from the superconscious space into your space because of the superconscious initiation, the mutation that happens. Bhagwan beautifully says how you have two tuning fork. The tuning fork on one side, if it is triggered, the other side starts vibrating. And how does it happen? Both are tuning fork first. Second, the vibration is picked up from the sound and the sound particle starts vibrating in the other tuning fork, raising it to the same frequency. How can this translate to us? We are also Paramashiva in the parallel universe, the pure consciousness. When you sit and see yourself as Paramashiva, celebrating yourself as Paramashiva, you are actually the same as Paramashiva. And even every thought has so much of power. The more and more you dissolve into that Paramashiva space of who you are, which is reflected into this physical reality as what your identity is. But the pure self of you is Paramashiva. And the Paramashiva, who you are, is in a very high frequency. When you chant the Mahavakya, when you do the puja, or when you chant the Mahavakya, the frequency of your very subtle molecules and atoms are raised into the higher frequency to KAILASA. The more and more you have listening to your chanting, you are vibrating in the same frequency as Paramashiva and not getting deluded into this comparative reality. More and more you start experiencing the superconscious mutation as your reality, as your physical reality. More and more we experience the oneness, deep gratitude and deep surrender. You will start experiencing the deeper science, who you are as the ultimate being. Beautifully, how Bhagavan beautifully said, the Guru disciple, how they exist. When Krishna told Arjuna to look up and see a green crow, he just saw a green crow. And Krishna said, what are you talking? There is no green crow, there is black crow. And he said, yes, there is a black crow. And then Krishna asked, what is it? Whatever crow and color I'm telling, you are just simply saying that. And Arjuna said, pardon me, whatever you say is the reality for me. I don't have my independent reality. And living such a space, he was able to be successful in every war. He has never lost even one war. That beautiful success in life happens when you start listening to the Guru as it is and simply understand when Guru says, he does manifest in you just exactly like that. Here beautifully, Nambi Nadi Adigal was one of the greatest saint where he used to light lamp in the temple and take care of the temple. And he went around to ask for the ghee for lighting the lamp. And nobody gave him the ghee. The Jains refused to give ghee for Shiva temple. And he heard a voice saying that, go get the water from the temple tank and light the ghee. And he simply took the water from the temple tank and started lighting the lamp. The lamp started burning. And such a beautiful devotion that every day he started doing, and every day it started happening as reality. This is from Periya Puranam. It is documented, detailed how it has happened in the physical reality. Bhagavan beautifully says how when you get detoxed, you will simply radiate all the higher definition as possibility. Bhagavan beautifully gives us the powerful cognition in the Atma Pramana.
Thinking powers are not for you. You will never be able to achieve it. It is not for you. It is not your cup of tea. I tell you, no. It is your cup of coffee. It may not be your cup of tea, but it is your cup of coffee. Just understand. Will is not made of the base material called power. It is made of the base material called persistence. And the moment you decide to persist, power starts manifesting. The moment you decide to persist, power starts manifesting. There is a very beautiful story in Ramakrishna's life. He had a great disciple called Girish Chandra Ghosh. Those days, superstar. Those days there was no cinema, only drama. The superstar of Bengal is the father of Bengal drama. Even now, if you go to any drama theatre in anywhere in Bengal and East Bengal, West Bengal and East Bengal, both, his picture will be there. Like how in the government offices, Gandhi's picture is kept. Any drama theatre in East Bengal and West Bengal, you will see his photograph. The father of Bengali drama, superstar of those days. But anything you call it as a bad in the world, he has done it or doing it. That kind of a person goes to Ramakrishna. Never Ramakrishna advised him something is right, wrong, value, good, bad, do, don't, nothing. Nothing. All of us will be expecting Ramakrishna says, hey, don't drink, don't memorize, don't use marijuana. No, no. Nothing. He has not done anything. Suddenly in 2 months, is totally different being. Not even using tamak, which even Ramakrishna uses. Few disciples asked Ramakrishna, what have you done? We have seen him coming to you many times, but we have never seen you advising him or he asking some advice. He just comes and enjoys. Your presence and goes back. Ramakrishna says beautifully, as a seed, all human beings are polygamous. As a fruit, they become brahmacharis. I just made the seed into fruit, that's all. As a seed, human beings are programmed for being polygamous. And as a fruit, they are ripe brahmacharis. I just touched him and riped him, that's all. The seed grew, became a tree, and gave flower and ripe fruit over. Values are different conscious states, but no way any of your values affects your consciousness. It is the expression of your consciousness in your muscle memory, biomemory, senses, body, mind, but that expressions no way affects your original state. It's a very intricate issue. Understanding all this is very important for you to express Manoshakti. That is why I am explaining. See, much of your Manoshakti is destroyed by wrong understanding and wrong cognitions. You are fighting with the wrong person, with the wrong weapon. Instead of using the sword and trying to break the fort, use one bomb and throw it on the king who owns the fort. The fort is yours. A right weapon, a right person. But you are always with the wrong weapon and the wrong person. You pick up a sword and say, this sword, you don't know the power of it. You will see now and start attacking the fort. Fool. No, using this sword, Tipu has conquered so many kingdoms. Why can't I conquer this one fort? Fool. Make right meaning out of the statements of the history. Already the Indian history is in mess. Don't try to make wrong meaning. Understand? If you associate power with will, you will constantly fail and you will give up. You will quit. You will give up. You will be the loser. No. Will is not made out of power. It is made out of persistence.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how will is persistence and how you can experience this greater truth in your reality when you are persistent, not use power for manifesting. The will persistent, Bhagavan beautifully explained also in one of the satsang how Ganga is persistent. She doesn't use the power, but she is very persistent. The persistence make her go even through Himalayas, and she even travels upward, and all that is possible when you have the persistence to hold the will that you are Paramashiva again and again in every action continuously. Holding that, seeing yourself as Paramashiva in everything brings you such a auspiciousness, abundance and bliss into reality. And now today we are going to work with two things. One, we are going to have a glass of water that we can have to raise the temperature. Sometimes the level of the water itself increases. Sometimes the taste becomes so sweet. So you can have a glass of water which you can raise the temperature. And also the initiation, Bhagavan has beautifully said, you can have a coconut or a lemon in your hand, and if it rolls, you can make juice out of it and drink it so that it becomes detox. So you can have that also as part of the manifestation. But you can have a glass and take a picture of the temperature of the water in the glass. And if it is transparent glass, it will be easier to see if the raising of the water level happens for you. So you can mark it clearly and you can experience the deeper reality. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. And also you can do it for yourself or you can do it with your partner. So now once you are decided, put away everything, including your phone. You can apply the Jnananjan on your third eye, on your temple, and on the glass of water or the coconut or the lemon that you have, and you can start experiencing the deeper and deeper oneness. Sit as Paramashiva. Very clearly, you are Paramashiva with your own neck having 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 hands. Clearly see yourself as Paramashiva, who you are in the parallel universe, and the higher frequency, who you are. And again, bring yourself into the deep listening of the Mahavakya that you're chanting. When you raise yourself again and again by chanting the Mahavakya with the deep listening, you fall into that beautiful space of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Whatever needs to manifest, just simply manifest, not just in the session, but also in your outer world. Everything starts aligning to you, everything starts falling in place and manifesting itself as greater and greater reality. All we need to do is surrender our identity at Bhagavan's lotus feet and raise ourselves as Paramashiva, who we are, and bring ourselves to the listening when chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya has more power over you to make you manifest all your desire into reality. Now, completely that unclutched. Unclutched is no visualization, verbalization. The mind just dissolves in the inner space. The inner space becomes more nectar for you. You feel the deep devotion, the deepness in your inner space. And more you're ready to surrender anything to experience that deep surrender. How Bhagavan said, Gosh simply left everything because all he did was just hold the space. He offered everything to his Guru and said, you take care. And everything he offered to his Guru, all his habits and everything also just withered away. And he simply surrendered himself and raised himself to the superconscious mutation space. All you need to is surrender what you don't have, the mind, which is constantly narrating something, bringing you the brain fog. Drop everything at Bhagavan's lotus feet. Whatever you're going through, you do that every night when you fall asleep. Do it with awareness right now. Hold that space. Paramashiva is real. Consciousness is real. Continuously sit with your 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 hands. So powerful. See yourself again and again as Paramashiva. For a few minutes, see yourself very clearly as Paramashiva. Experience yourself as Paramashiva and chant the Mahavakya intensely, deeply connecting to Paramashiva. And more you feel that oneness space, you start manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Now, let's start chanting the Mahavakya collectively, all of us together in a deep oneness space.
Commit with Paramashiva. Only he exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly. Now open your eyes, and whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and take a picture of that. And if you're measuring the temperature, please go ahead and measure the temperature twice, so that making sure it has increased the temperature, and more, do it authentically, so that it is not something from external, but purely from your chanting of Mahavakya, from your deep surrender and oneness space, the manifestation starts happening as reality. And more you see yourself manifesting all these powers, the coconut rolling, the lemon rolling, or increasing the temperature. Simply you know that Paramashiva is real. Consciousness is more real than what you have, the comparative reality, the perceptual world. And more you start celebrating it by sharing with the world. You start experiencing deeper and deeper oneness with Paramashiva. So please go ahead and share in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation or in your social media, and tag it to your friends and family. Don't forget to hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana. You have received the initiation which you have demonstrated as powers. So go ahead, tell the world how power manifestation simply happens when you surrender everything at Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude and thanking Bhagwan for every initiation. So don't forget to tag it to your friends and families. If you want to share it in your social media, that's fine. And you can also go to the others sharing. If you say, like, I have not manifested today, but I'm still feeling that bliss, go ahead and share others' post and like it, and put the comments of how beautiful you feel the whole initiation and manifestation. And also start recognizing whatever is happening in your life, how it is manifesting more and more higher realities, and not the delusion and suffering, and more into the chaos and confusion. How these initiation and power manifestation are helping you to raise yourself to the more auspiciousness, abundant space. Share it with the world, tag it to your friends and family, and simply you'll see more and more abundance and auspicious starts flowing in you as your reality. So with that, let's surrender all this powerful cognition and power manifestation at Bhagwan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagwan for all that he's showering on us every single day. And thank you for all of you who are in the social media connecting to power manifestation session. Thank you so much for being here and manifesting the powers. And thank you so much for sharing all this greater truth to the world. And with that, holding the powerful space, Paramashiva is real in thought, word, and action, and seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva as reality, holding that powerful space and ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओं तत्सत्। सर्वं भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवं पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्। Thank you so much for being here, for manifesting the powers. The next session will be at 6 p.m. IST, evening time. You can join in the power manifestation sessions. Thank you, Nithyananda.